Hello, it's Monday. Surprise. How are we all doing this evening? Hello, Darkadia. Hello, Jodak. Thank you again, Darkadia, for the 14 month. You're a heckin' bean. It is warm, actually. It's 25 in here. Oh, 25 in here right now. Um, it's quite muggy outside. Anyway, we're not outside. I'm inside. You might be outside. We live in the future. Stream anywhere. I'm inside. Um, where were we? All right. Yes, we were doing programming today. So let's see where we are. Let me get up. So we go to the simulator. And we load in our game. Let's see what happens. It worked because I literally fixed this in the last stream last time. So as you can see, this is where we were. This is showing the collision between the wall and the ball, and the ball is still colliding with objects. It takes a few moments. It'll get over there eventually. So it'll hit the dot and then it bounces off. So that's what we try to do. This is a simulator for the simulator, Burnley Hour. Yeah. So that's hello. Yeah, this is the where we're currently at. We'll do a quick test in the Y direction to make sure that it still bounces in that direction, and then I think we're going to try moving the ball in more than one axis at once. Somebody has found me, yes. Well, it wasn't that hard. I do announce that I'm going live on Twitter. So, if anything, I want people to find me. That's the whole point. Now, where are we? We want to be in the code, which is here. So we want to adjust. We want to get rid of that extra dot first. We no longer need that. Let's comment that out, shall we? Don't want that stray dot causing any problems. Okay, initial values for X and Y are loaded in here. Change that to 0 and that to 1, so it'll move in the Y direction next. Oh, I did not set up the compiler. That is bad me because yes, well, you can't see it anyway because for some reason OBS can't catch it for a command prompt window. How are you doing? Oh well, Siphon-X. Hope you're doing all right. I think that's how you say your name. It's Siphon with an X. Hope you're doing all right. I mean, the program was sick last week, and by sick, I mean it wasn't working. It was ill. Just setting up the compiler now. Go. Finish without error. We like to see that. Let's give it a try, shall we? So let's switch back to simulator and load in the new file. So the dot should be done. Yeah, gone. It only moved once and stopped. That's interesting. Right, again, just in case. Oh, no, it didn't. It should be blinking as well. Why are you not being consistent? What did I do? Who are the Mythbusters? There you go. It's blinking now, so it's not moving. Alt, where are you? Where's your program counter? 1cc. So you're here. She's in. Uh, 1cc is in the draw code. Okay, okay. One of the Mythbusters awards for the bucket. Yes, maybe. Janie Heineman has been prepared to award us. You are not. Uh, okay, let's go back to the code and have a look. See, are we? Chink, chink. So let's just make sure we change the right variables. Maybe we changed something wrong. Generated board. We load the value of 1 into the y. Well, we load it to ratio 0, then we load it into the variable of speed y, and then we tell it to draw the paddle. We load the value of 9 into the paddle's position. Oh, that's wrong. That should be paddle. What's your game, Vitruvian man? We load the value of 9 into ratio 0. We rolled value of 62, the ball position. Then jump into the game loop. That should be ball star. No, I'm getting this the wrong way around. Wait, what? I load 9 and paddle y into it, then I just overwrite it with ball x, ball y. Are you even doing anything? Are you old code I forgot to remove? Is this why nothing's working? Well, it didn't change anything, which probably means it was old code. But for now, let's go back to change this back. We'll make it go. We'll make it go left and right again. We'll restore that functionality to make sure that works. Hi, I'm Matronio. Okay, so it can move left and right. Which means it's not applying the Y value, not applying the speed to the Y value, would be my guess. Again, let's go back to the code. See, that'll be in update ball, which is here. It's checking for Y. This is where it adds the. That's where it gets the speed of the ball currently in the Y direction, which is actually always 1 in this code in the eventual end game. But I put it as a variable just in case I wanted to alter it. It then adds it, so that does that. It then goes to checkpoint. Okay, let's see what happens. So if it fails, it's this check here. It checks it versus. If it checks it, it jumps it to correct ball Y. It goes down here. All right. Okay, that would stop it. Oh, hang on. No, the first thing you do is adding Y straight away. It shouldn't be hitting anything, so it should fail. It should pass this and go to the check here. It should also pass this, I think. So then goes to check ball X. So it should pass all those. Ball X, ball Y does get stored. That'd be another reason why it wouldn't fit. That gets the new check applied. It brings it into the register, which then moves the ball X. The same for Y, storing that in ball Y. We may have to step through the code here. Cannot see an obvious reason why. What if these are both 1? Let's try moving in 2 directions at once, just to see what it does. Because it might fail. I've not got the music running, have I? Sorry, my bad. Okay. To the simulator. It does. Okay, so it's literally just not moving in the Y direction. You had 1 job ball. We had 2 jobs really. You need 1. You're 50% the game. Yes. Right. Go back to the code. Okay. In fact, we'll stay in the sim. I'm going to have a quick look to see where the start of the check for the update ball code is. It's F7. I'm trying to operate my through OBS, and that's not how this works. Also, mouse wheel doesn't work in this program, which is really annoying. F7. That's the start of the code right there. I'm adding a breakpoint there, so okay, you can actually see what this is doing. I'm going to open up code on the monitor temporarily so I can what I'm seeing should be going. Okay, so it should load in the X and Y coordinate of the ball into registers 0 and 1. So these two values here should update. These are in hex, by the way, so yeah. Which is apparently about here. R0 is X. Just checking something. Okay. Oh, lost track of where I'm at now. Move code, move right, draw paddle, update ball. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this should get and erase the current ball. So it should jump out now. Store, remove the ball, it then returns to where we were. It should then re-get the two values you had before, which I think was 15 and 32 here. Yeah, okay. It should then load R2 with the ball's speed in Y, which is 1, which means it should be going down the board. It then should add R1 to R2 and store it in R1. Okay, so it is applying that there. It's then storing those two values in the check variables. Yeah. And then it jumps to checkpoint. So it loads in R0 and R1 with the values in board check. So we actually see, okay, so it's got the same values that are already there. It then copies R0 to R2. It should move 15 to here. It should load R3 with the starter RAM, which I think is A000. Yes. It should then logical shift right R2 3 times. Shame this isn't. I can't get the binary representation. That'll be easier to see. So R2 shift right. Okay. It then adds that as an offset to that. And then it adds that to that. Oh, wait. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, it does a logical left. It does a shift on the other one to find that. Okay, so it should be pointing at the byte which contains the dot now. Right, hang on. I'm just going to run the rest of this code. Let's have a look. So there should be a return coming up. Okay. Turn. Okay, so now we're at 113 in hex. This is the break if equals to. This should jump. You think you've hit a wall. Is that why you're not moving in the Y? No, it should reverse direction if it thinks it's hit a wall. Okay, it thinks it's hit a wall. So it just... No. It took the break, so it didn't think there's a collision. That's fine. So now it's checking to see where it collides with a wall. That was checking against object. It's now checking against the wall. It should jump to... Oh, no, it took it. It took it. So now it's going to jump to check wall Y. Check wall. Check wall Y. There may be a flaw in this code somewhere. So let's have a look. Okay. We clear the wall collision variable we set up by loading 0 into it. We then get the current Y coordinate, store it in R0. Oh, sorry, not the current. That's the where we're trying to move it to. SP_cheats1. Ah, classic. Bit of IDDQD in here. Yeah, so we've got that. That is negative. We fail. It's not. It shouldn't be negative. But 30. I'm pretty sure 33 hex is bigger than 0, so it shouldn't break here and move down to the next command. It does. We then load 63 into R1. 3F is 63 in hex. So if I say a number, it's probably decimal. If I'm reading a number from there, it's in hex. So that's why there's a difference there. We then compare the two. And if it's negative, it means we've gone off the right side and we've gone too far. Obviously it's not, so it shouldn't break, and it should hit the return command on line 1A2. Does it returns? Where you return to? 11B. Okay. 11B is the... Okay, this is where we're actually confirming that if there's been a collision here. So we load in the wall collision to 0, and we check to see whether it is... If it's 0, we skip the correct ball Y. So we should take this and jump to 136 hex. Do? Okay. The collision worked fine for Y. As in, it hasn't hit anything, so it passed both checks. So now it should do the same thing, but for the X movement. So again, we load in the new... There you go. There. Well, there's your problem. There it is, right there. What's happening is, when I go to the X check, it's loading in the current Y value, not the computed Y value. So it's ignoring it did the check we just did, but it's using the old value. Oh god, everyone's right. Now that I've done that, I can move that back to the monitor to see what's going on. Yeah. So what we'll do is we need to go back to the code. Here. Here. So the problem was in the X check code here, we're fetching ball Y. What we actually should be checking is this. The updated Y coordinate. Because that's already applied the movement in that direction. The way we're checking for collision is we're checking the Y direction first. Thank you for the Prime sub. You're very most generous. Yeah, sure, that's English. I'm writing in code. I don't know English. Thank you for the sub. With Prime. Prime! Megatron. Anyway. So because we're checking in the Y direction first, we have to apply the speed of the Y first, and then we check it in that direction, and then we check the X. The reason why we do it in like that, we don't just move it to the new coordinate and then check it, which is what I was going to do, is we need to know which way it needs to bounce. So we need to know whether it hit in the one direction, in the X or the Y direction, to see which one we want to change. So hopefully now, obviously this doesn't work, I'm going to look like a fool, but I think this is the problem. I think. Compiled. Switch back to the simulator. We will reload the code. Come on. Okay, you're doing. Oh, breakpoint. I panicked for a moment there. There's a breakpoint in the code. I was like, no, why aren't you working? Oh, wait. It's because you left a breakpoint in. Right, okay. There we go. Look, it's moving. It's moving. It's moving in two directions at once. But then crashed. Oh, you can't actually see the crash message. Oh, yeah, it's totally working fine. Why did it crash? That's the thing. Breaking on memory access violation. Okay, something went wrong. Oh, everything's going wrong now. Okay, we may actually have to play the game in order to stop the crash, which is kind of funny, to be honest. So, run. Oh, no. More. Oh, there you go. It bounced. Do you see that? There you go. It's going up. So, in order to stop the game from crashing, all we need to do is play the game. Okay, bounced. Should bounce off a piece and continue on its way. Look at that. It's going. The problem is if I let it touch the bottom, it just crashes. Which basically means I built a fail condition into the game. But I don't know how I did it. Because it shouldn't be there yet. It should have just bounced off the bottom of the screen. There you go. It's on its way again. But why did it crash? I mean, we've basically got a game here, right? It kind of works. It just crashes when you do bad. So ship it, yeah, just ship it. It's fine. So let's run through the code together. See what happens when it runs off the bottom of the board. Maybe we're doing something with a number somewhere on the screen, and that's what's causing it to break. 40 gigabyte patch for this game. So we take It shouldn't have collided with a point, unless it's checking out of bounds, and that's what's causing the crash. Like the actual check to see whether you went out of bounds is causing an out of bounds error. So it's a Souls like. I like the way you think. I should just catch the error in an interrupt, and just you died. Actually, that might be a bad idea for fail state. But either way, I need to find out where it's crashing. So there's a few things here. Either there's something just flat out wrong, or the way we are doing something is just not compatible with the hardware. I was tempted to make a Megaprocessor dots filter. I still might do at some point. We'll see. I just haven't had time recently. Last weekend was my first weekend free in like 2 weekends, so I just wanted to just like do as little as possible, if I'm honest. Right, again, I think we're gonna have to step through the code here again to see exactly where it crashed, because I don't trust the simulator to be giving you that information. Right, so let's reload file. I'm going to look up so probably want. We might put it in the same patch. If we put it on F7 again. Mouse wheel not working on this is annoying, and I wish I could get hold of the source code for this so I could fix it. Was it? Why is that disassembly is not matching what I'm looking at? Was it F7? Be on F7. Right. So it's going to hit this a few times. It's running this basically every time it tries to update the ball. So if I press F5, it should move the dot, move, yeah. Move, yeah. Okay. So now it's about to try and move the ball off the screen. Yeah. So again, I'm going to put the code on my other monitor. Let's move a few things around so I can still see chat. Oh, it's because the screen's so bright. It's messing with my green screen. Right. Yes, so it should be about to move these off the screen. we are here. Okay, it should load in the ball X and ball Y as it currently is, because it needs to erase. It needs to erase the ball first. In fact, I should probably show the breakpoint after it. No. This is so I can know where it is now. So smart. I did the right thing actually. So load in coordinates and bam. It then jumps to the draw routine. Store removes that dot. Return. We then reload in the balls X and Y to here. Bam, bam. Done. We then load in the Y speed, which should be 1. And adds it to here. Oh. Am I even checking for the bottom and top of the screen? In the Y direction. So, check. All right. Okay, let's just run it and see what happens. Maybe I just copy pasted the X code by accident, but we'll see. So we're storing that into the check variables, bop, and then we should jump to checkpoint, which it should. Oh. I think this is where we're going to get an out of bounds error. I think we're looking at memory, which is not part of the screen here. I think this is where the crash is going to be. Should be fixable if we check against wall first, then object. We might just need to do it that way anyway. Let's see what happens. So we jump to the point check. Which is checkpoint. Yeah. We're going to load in the 2 check coordinates. Bam, bam. They're already there, but it's good practice to make sure they're loaded. In theory, we could save a bit of time by not having those, but I say a bit of time and a bit of storage as well. We make a copy of that, so that should be C1, and we then load the start in that, which is A000. We then get the byte by divided by 8. Yep. We add that to, we times this number by 4. A number by 4. There. Yep. We then add the 2 numbers together. Now this is beyond. This is, if there's an extra row on here, this would actually be this byte here. So that's the left shift there. Then we get that. Okay. Sub. Load in 1. We then shift it that many times. We then load. Right. Here it is. We're loading the value which is in this memory address, which is beyond the edge of the screen. This might be where it crashes. Oh, it didn't. However, it's still accessing data from outside of the screen, which could give positive, which could give false information here. That's bad. We need to fix it anyway, but it didn't look like it caused a crash, which is interesting. Okay, we'll return. This should pass. So it should take the break. So it should jump to 118 here. Well, the thing is, it's not strictly out of bounds memory. That's the thing. The addresses past A1000 are still valid. That's the thing. So, yeah. Okay, did. Okay, this is where it should fail. So it should jump. Check. Wall Y, which is 193. Okay, clear the flag, which we do. Load the Y coordinate into R0, which is off the bottom of the screen. 3F is the maximum we should see in this. Okay, break if it's negative. It's not. We then load 3F, which is the last value in. We then compare the two. Let's have a look at the... I think this is a negative flag here. That does get set. I believe when it's in bold, it's set. So break if negative, which it is, to check wall fails. So it should take that branch and jump to 1B3. It does, okay. It then loads the value of 1 into this register. It does, register, sorry. It then loads that into the variable of wall collision. I'm going to assume it did that. And then should return back to 1A2. Oh, no, that's the... Oh. What are you doing at 1-1? Oh, I think it was a return followed by another return, so I think it double return then? Okay, maybe I just held the key down too long or something. I don't know. So then it should load the value of wall collision into R0, which it should be 1. It is. It shouldn't take this break. It should go to 120 because it has failed. And this should correct the Y coordinate. There you go, 120. It loads the Y speed of the ball, which should be 1, into here. It's the same value that was already there, so it works, I guess. It should then negate it. It should change it to FFFF. It then stores that back into the Y speed. it then reconfirms the X coordinate. And then stores that, and then it should jump to update ball done. Which is 169, which is 13 squared, but we're working in hex, so it's not 13 squared, sadly. But in decimal it is. Jump to 169, yeah. It then should load in the two coordinates here and here. Okay, that's correct. That's the corrected value. Store, and then it should try and draw that. It does. I'm not gonna lie, I expected it to crash by now. Return. Okay, now we're at 80. Which is back in the game loop code. Jump to the beginning of game loop. So now it should be checking for input. What got a beep? What we got? Sorry, hang on. I can't. Did someone do a hydrate or something? Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Jodak. It's it's the conundrum we've got here. So basically, it's going. It should be now pulling the controllers. We hit breakpoint again. Okay. It raises the ball. We go to the next. We load in the old coordinates. We load in the value for the Y movement, which is FFFF. Add those together. Takes one off. Store it into the check values. We then go to check it. Load them back in. The Pingus is working fine now. You can quote me on that. It just bounced off the fine. We just went through all that and it turns out it was working. We just had to observe it working was the problem. Okay, I think we might actually bounce this off our... No, it might just miss. Yeah, it misses. Then it crashed. Literally because we weren't running it. Right. Let's get rid of that breakpoint. Oh, it looked like it did anyway. Reloading the file. Okay, so it just crashed again. I just ran exactly the same code we stepped through earlier, but it crashes in run mode. It doesn't crash on step through. So the only thing I can think of here is in step through mode, it's not doing a safety check that it does in run mode. Yeah, it's the same. It's this AND command between R0. Why would that cause an out of... Unless it's the command before. Like, this is the one... That's the command before that was the one that I thought was going to crash. But while stepping through, it didn't crash. So it seems in step through mode, it ignored the error. Step through doesn't run the same checks that running the actual code does. Oh my god, is that annoying? Yeah, it is ticked. But the thing is, it was also ticked on step-through mode. But in step-through mode, it looks like this is being ignored. Yeah, in step-through, this is being ignored. I would have thought they were running the same safety checks. Evidently, in step mode, it is not. Because we just ran the same code and it worked fine when stepping through. So it was where I thought it was going to crash, but for some reason, stepping through the code by line does not trigger this trap. What I might do, what we might have to do is I won't do this on the stream because it's going to be quite tedious work. I think I'm writing ASM for a processor that there's only one of. Is I might make a board around the game, and that way we only need to check versus pixel rather than versus edge of screen. Plus, I think it might look a bit neater with a solid line around the screen. The downside is it's going to make removing these blocks a little bit trickier because I can't just clear the entire byte of information. I've got to check, am I an edge block? If I am, which edge do I need to restore in? And another way around that is if I don't have the block. Oh no, because I still want to erase the entire block to make it quicker. And I have to restore it. Right, okay. I think that might just be a better appearance anyway. If we just had a solid border around the entire screen, so the ball always hits an object, it would prevent the out of memory access issues entirely. Now we know approximately what's going on here. Maybe let's go back to the code. There's my controls. Hello, I can see you again, chat. I was working off OBS's chat for a moment there because I couldn't see you. Hope you're all doing well. Have a good weekend. Let me know. What did anyone get up to? Anything interesting? I'll take a drink. What if I just didn't go out of memory? What if? Don't go out of memory, forehead. I watched the F1 too. That was a BBQ infested with wasps is not a good experience. So basically, we want to switch the logic. We want to check wall first, an object. That will fix it for now. But like I say, I may off stream put a board around it and then it will just prevent. It should just Todd Howard. I'm sorry to hear you had a stressful Saturday night. If you want to talk about it, you can find me on Discord. So basically we want to do this before it does this check. It's the best way of handling this. Before this is the actual code. I was looking at completely the wrong file there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a quick backup of this file. In case I do something horribly wrong, and then I can revert to this. Yeah, if you want to talk about it, you can always reach me on Discord. You know where I am. Right. So if we move this. Yeah. Get rid of this. I need to invert this logic. Just check what break conditions are. I think I want BN either. Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, if it failed, I need to jump to correct ball Y. If not, I want you to continue down here. And get rid of this jump command. This needs to go to check ball X. That should now, in theory, have switched the logic. So it should do the wall collision first, then do the pixel collision. Obviously, when I get around to drawing a board around everything, we only ever have to do the pixel collision, which one, speeds up the code at the expense of making another bit of the code a bit slightly more complicated, but I think it's the better trade-off in this case. Okay, let's see how that goes. See if it compiles first. It does. We will then load in the new file. And then run. It's moving. That's good. It hits the bottom of the screen. Passes. There you go. We've got it. We fixed it. Now, the X coordinate check should also have its logic reversed, but only places it should be going out of bounds is if it went off the screen here or off the screen here. But since I'm going to be correcting this to only using pixel checks later, I'm going to ignore the problem. Sorry. So, we now have a moving paddle. We've got a ball that can move in two directions. Granted, it's only bouncing off at 90-degree angles right now. Wait, was that moving correctly? Should be. It might get stuck under the paddle. Will it? It bounced off the corner of my paddle. That probably should have... Yeah, deal with it. Makes the game harder. I don't care. Oh, sorry. My bad. I forgot to switch the scene. Sorry. That was me being a pingus. There you go. When I change it on my monitor, it doesn't change for you. I have to manually switch it over. That's to make sure I don't have to stream my desktop, and I can do this zoomed in view. So yeah. Otherwise, I have to keep changing the zoom level each time manually, and I was like, nah, no. So yeah, bonk still works. It just doesn't do the graphic anymore. It just does the sound effects. You're not a mod or a VIP, though actually I am going to give you VIP. And then you would be able to use bonk, but it's only for getting my attention. Use the power wisely. Actually using it unwisely. I know what you're like. So, what's the next play? What should we do? We've got about 50 minutes left before I end the stream. I'm trying to think of the future way of doing this now. previously what I was going to do is say, have I hit a pixel? Is it on these lines? If so, I know what I've hit. But if I'm adding a pixel border, that makes it more tricky. It's like, have I actually hit a block or not? Ooh, hang on, adding a border does make that check a hell of a lot harder to do. So maybe adding a border is not the right way to go about this. Yeah, I might not add a border. Good use of an interrobang there. I like it. You put the effort to go and find the interrobang. Right, let's go back to the code. So, right. So, if it fails here, so we need to know if we've hit a block. So we could do that by loading in a certain value. I don't know if I stored or not. No, I don't think I did. It's board height. No, I think board height actually might store the information we need. Where were we? We were in the update ball. Yes. So we load. Right there, we load R1 with the ball Y check. I always remember, I can't remember which way to compare. That's useless. Where's the instruction set? It does RA minus RB. Okay. So it does this. Do I want to do that the other way around? So compare R1, yeah, R1, R0. Okay, break. Keep on figuring out the different sorts of conditional branches we have. Let's have a look. The problem is these instructions don't tell me if 0 is considered positive or negative. It's usually considered positive. Oh wait, hang on, wait. Branch if higher. Branch if reinforced. I know which scene you're talking about there. Branch greater than. Use that BG. So how do you use them? Got example. No, you don't have an example of this particular command. It's a little bit annoying. It's 860. Right, okay. So if I do R1 minus that, if that is it's a Y cool. If that is positive, I want to jump. EPL. Yeah. We want to jump to right ball. We have hit a block we still need to correct. But if it's not, to clear the block of memory that we just hit. So to do that, we need to code. But if I have got this code somewhere else, we do it quite a lot. We did it here, in fact. Steal all this for now. Don't need it all. Loading memory. We get the bit address. Okay, right. Row 3 now has the address of the byte, the pixel we are checking in. So we don't need this. That's why commenting your code is good, by the way. Then we want to Load. Byte. No, it's store. Byte. R3. I think this is the bit. We want to store 0 in there. And we want to... No, then we can just fall through. Yes, I don't have a rubber duck. I guess I could talk to this cube, but you guys were here earlier, so you were basically my rubber duck while running through that code, so sorry. Right. We could try running this code. Yeah, but everyone in chat was the rubber duck, so you're only a percentage of a rubber duck. Okay, we could try running this code, and if we hit a block either from below or from above, it should disappear now. Let me see if it compiles first. No, there was one error, so something was wrong. I think it's probably this line here. So let's have a look. This should reload. Yep, we're looking for brands. Oh, right. Okay. I think I don't think you can load stuff straight to memory like that. What we can do is we can load R0 with 0 R0. I think that's correct. Okay, that actually compiled. That's the first sign. So let's go to the sim. Let us hold this, reload the file. We run. Okay, bounces off the paddle. Doesn't erase the paddle. That's good. Let's see what happens when it hits. Right, it didn't erase it. Now, I think I know the reason for that, he says with no confidence. Let's go back to the code, and I am going to hard code a value, and then I'll fix it later. He says, knowing full well he's not going to fix it later. Oh, my Zoltan. I'm not happy with this Zoltan filter, if I'm honest. I might remove it until I can find a better version of it. But yeah, I think it's this value here. I'm going to change this to that and see if that works. If it doesn't, then I've got another problem. Well, I have got other problems, but yeah. Okay. Okay, we bounce. Bounce. Didn't erase it. Which means we've got another problem. What we'll do is we will have a look at start of the arrays check, which is at line 126. It took you into the stream. Oh, well, I mean, it's not a great representation of Breakout, but I'm working with dots here. Come on. 127, I think I said, didn't I? No. Oh, that's not right. Yeah. Oh, hang on, my Megaprocessor program's gone weird. Right, okay. Oh, 126. Sorry, 126. So here. Let's keep the program running. Oh, it did hit a pixel. So that's correct. It was actually supposed to hit the breakpoint here. Let me. Sorry. There we go. Did hit breakpoint. So let me move. It's over here, and we run through it. Okay, so. Oh, wait, no, it was not supposed to hit this. Okay. That is very much not right at all. That's not even close to being right. Oh, I didn't... Okay, hang on. Let's go back to the code. Didn't load in the values. Why has that gone... Oh, I know why that's small. Sorry. Whoop, there you go. I did a boo-boo. Right. Oh no, R1 should have them. R3 has the end of RAM. R2. R3. Y is the byte offset. Y is stored in there. We add them together, R3, then loads it. That should. Okay. Let's go back to the simulation again and go to 126, which looked like it was already still got a breakpoint on it. Sometimes it remembers it, sometimes it doesn't. I think if the code changes too much, it loses track about where the breakpoint is. But okay. So, button. Okay, it didn't then. It bounced. Okay, didn't hit the breakpoint then it was supposed to. This is where the last time it hit the breakpoint, didn't it? Why didn't it hit the breakpoint the first time? But it did the second time. That doesn't even make any sense. A little bit stumped by that, to be honest. R1 should have the value of ball Y check in it. But that is... I know why. I know why. I know why. Let's just see if this fixes it. I think I see the problem. If this works, I'll let you. I'll go through what I did. Check it first. It may also explain why it wasn't erasing the dots earlier. So. Okay. It did erase one of the blocks. It erased the wrong block, but it did erase one of the blocks. This is progress. The sound of progress, my friend. Make sure it definitely was the wrong one. That's Alt. Reset. Okay, that's it crashed on initialization. I get the feeling there may be something a little bit funky going on here with the simulator. I think it isn't clearing certain values when you do a restart, and it's causing some odd errors here. Okay, so it bounces here. Okay, yeah, so it should be erasing this block. It erases this block instead. Did you also... Okay, 1, 2, 6. Okay, the reason... Let me go back to the code. The reason why that odd error was happening was because I was loading in a word and not a byte here. So the registers are 16 bits wide in this processor, and I was loading in all 16 bits. The problem is I was loading from a variable. So what it was doing is it was taking a chunk, 8 more bits than it needed to, because the processor is little endian. So it took the first 8 bits that I wanted, which is ball Y check, but then it also took the next 8 bits, which was junk information in our case, which is why it was saying FF. That's just what was in the next byte of information. So now I switched it to only load in the byte we wanted. That was me just being a pingus. So that's fixed, done. Right. Now let's see if we can find out why it's erasing the wrong block. One, two... Oh, the code's... Must be 125 then. That's the start of the memory address. Okay. So we will reset, run. It restores the board, and it crashes. I don't think that's a me thing. I think that's a simulator thing. Go down to 1, 2. Oh. Okay, 1, 2, 5. Run. Okay, we just let it bounce for now. See where it goes. At least we know if we do this, it will consistently hit this here, not this one. That's what we need to see. So when it gets to here, it will blink off and then hit the breakpoint. Ooh. It raised too much information. That's why. We're not getting the X offset. When I grabbed this code, I erased a bit that I didn't think we needed. But we needed it. So, no, actually, we didn't erase too much. Or did I? We're about to find out. Reboot. Reboot's such a good show. Right. Let's try this again, shall we? So, I'm going to pull up the code on my other monitor and I'm going to walk through it. Right. You're going to watch this. I'm going to read through the code. So soon to do. Okay. So... Oh, are we getting some information not loaded correctly? Is that? I think that's it, actually. Let's go back to the code again. That's here. Yeah, it's expecting... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait. R2 needs to be storing. That's the problem. R2 needs to have ball check Y in it. That's why. Yeah, I was just not feeding all the information in we needed. Ball check X, sorry, into R2. That should fix the problem. All right, enjoy your food, Jodak. Let me compile that. Okay. Worked. Reload file. We have added another line of code, so we need to check that breakpoint is still in the right place. Yes, it is actually, because we added the line we had breakpointed. So we will reset and run. Let the ball bounce around. By the way, I think this is going to run a bit faster on the actual machine. We think. We were talking about how fast the machine was last week, and we think it runs a lot faster on the actual machine. Okay, then we... Okay. So let's step through this code, shall we? Oh, I did it again. Oh, sorry. Right, okay. The ball has hit this block here. So we want to erase this block. So let me put the code on my other monitor. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Okay, so it loads in the... this value here should be loaded. Oh, no, I pressed run. Oh, well, there you go. It worked. It erased the right block. My bad. We're supposed to step through that, but evidently not. So, let me just halt that and remove that breakpoint. Let's just let it run. Let's see what happens when it hits another block, shall we? I'm going to watch it on OBS because it's a bit easier to watch on OBS. A bit small on my screen. I can see the zoom. Goes up. There you go. Removes another block. Okay, this is basically a game now, right? There's just no fail state. You could argue that means it's not a game, but whatever. Yeah, this is it, right? This is basically the game. We've solved it. We've done it, lads and ladettes and non-binary folk. That's it. We're actually limited by how fast the simulator runs here. The simulator doesn't run it at full speed. I'm seeing if I can... Okay, try to add a game tick system into it, so maybe if I speed up the tick system it might work, but I never actually tested the tick system. I don't know whether that's actually limiting the speed here or not. Oh, we got a crash. Maybe it bounced into one of the corners in the X. I wasn't watching it, sadly. I could check the footage later, but this may or may not work. That's faster, I think. It hit the bottom left corner. Did it? Because if so, that's probably why it crashed. And that's a crash that I knew about. Right. I think according to the manual for this, if I close these windows, I can't while it's running. That's it. I think if I close, why can't I? What? Why can't I? There you go. It runs faster. Unfortunately, it runs so fast now we can't see the ball. Yeah, yeah, it did hit the bottom corner there. That's when it crashed. Yeah, I caught that on my replay here. So actually, that's the wrong corner for it to cause a crash in. Future me problem. We'll deal with that another time. Don't have time to deal with that today. I'll look into it. Yeah, without apparently having these on the screen, because it's always updating that, it runs slower. So it runs a lot faster if we don't have those on the screen at the time. Okay, interesting. Now it's always crashing this. Yeah, the simulator obviously has some kind of bug here because now it's not running and it was just running fine. So yeah, if anything, now I need to put the slowdown back in so we can see the ball because at the moment you can't because it's updating the data. But I think we've made good progress today. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but we've got basically the wall collisions, the pixel collisions. We can hit blocks, we can remove blocks, we can move the paddle. Don't know, to me it sounds like we've got the majority of a game here. There's just no win condition. It doesn't know whether you've won or not. We also don't have a lose condition. We don't have a you died screen. Might just make it say the word "dej" in the middle of the screen or something like that. But I think that's a good place to end the stream. It's a little slightly earlier than I'd like to end, but if I get started on something else now, we're going to massively overrun. So I'm going to, off screen, I'm going to flip the X logic so it does the same as the Y. So it checks for walls first to stop it going out of bounds while it's doing the pixel check. Then I need to come up in my brain the best way to do win condition and a lose condition, and I think that's what we'll do next week. We'll do it next Monday because the VR streams, I'm glad to say the VR streams are back. So this Wednesday, in case you don't follow me on Twitter or you haven't seen, or you're not in the Discord, I have a schedule. I know, right? Streamer that actually has a schedule and sticks to it. I'm doing VR on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock UK time. We're playing Compound, which is one of my favourite VR games, which has just had its full launch. So we're celebrating that by one, playing the game, and two, I've got a new shiny filter to put on for that day to celebrate the game. So, yay. And then on Friday, we'll be playing more Into the Breach. And then Saturday, we're back with Elite. So that's the stream schedule. If you want to keep up with that, feel free to follow me on Twitter, or there's a link to the Discord by doing !Discord, or there's a link below the stream as well in case you miss it. You come back and want to have a look at that. We talk about all sorts of things there. We've got a gaming channel, we've got F1, we've got the various sci-fi shows, films, books. We've got channels for everything. You'll find something to discuss. We don't have a programming section though, because there's only like 2 or 3 of us which are actually programmers, which, to be fair, it's a small Discord. That's actually quite a large percentage, but it's not something that's easily discussed, and people can't really join in unless they know about that subject, while the other ones join in. Anyway, let's find someone to raid who isn't about to go offline, because that's like literally the worst. Let's see who's online. Who is online? Oh, Dave's Barbaric Cookies playing Hypercharged Unboxed. That game's amazing. Let's how long have they been on? I think they're still going. Let's raid into Dave. Let's say hello to Dave. Let me I actually have raid messages that I never ever actually use. let me grab it from my streaming files. Okay, that's the raid message. If you don't have that emote, use whatever you want, right? Use whatever you want. Or you can use 80 points, I think, 80 replicator blocks to unlock that emote if you so wish. Gives you for 24 hours. And if you've watched for like, I think it's like half an hour, you would easily have 80 points. So feel free to copy that. That's our raid message. Let me set that up. Go. There we go. Right. I'll see you all on Wednesday. We'll be doing some VR. Really looking forward to that. Back with the VR. For now, let's go say hello to Dave and watch some Toy Soldiers Pew Pew with the towers. And it's a great little game. Enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching tonight. I'll see you later.